How has yoga practice helped me cope and build resilience within the community where I teach? Let's find out. Amanda Ripley says resilience is a precious skill. The people who have it have three advantages. A belief that they can influence life events, a tendency to find meaning and purpose in life's turmoil, and a conviction that they can learn from positive and negative experiences. This has been my journey so far in this challenge, as we are 50% done. Namaste, yogis. Namaste, yogis. It's Goga, kinda like yoga. 2 years in the game, 78 postures later, it is clear hip openers are the big boys or girls in yoga. From sitting ones, lunges, squats, goddesses, hamstring stretchers, including the inversions. With this foundation, I'm convinced that we are ready to take a 90-day journey towards the mother of them all. They call it Hanumasana, monkey, or as most of you know it, the splits. Enjoy the ride. So let's begin with 60 seconds worth of butt kicks. So that you can tap your heels on your glutes, trying to massage your bum here with your heels, and you bring your hands on your chest, trying to keep the chest up and straight. You can even bring your hands on your waist so that you can even quicken the steps a bit. Butt kicks, very good cardio, just to be able to warm up the body. And again, avoid leaning forward. 30 more seconds to go here, trying to bring in that heart rate up, inhaling and exhaling. So day number 45, we are halfway through the challenge. The next 45 days, we're going to see what this is going to look like. And today we're just focusing more on our split progression. Then gently, in 3, 2, 1, stop the exercise. Take a rest for a bit. The next pose you're going to do, you can either get a chair or go sit on a wall. For 30 seconds, let's do an open chain knee extension on the left side. Again, trying to press the back against the wall, and then you want to lift the chest up just to be able to keep it straight, and then flex your toes towards your face. This is a very good posture just also to get the core working here, pointing your toes towards your face. I'm trying to get more support on the wall. Release. Good. Take a rest for a bit. And then the next thing we are going to do, same action on the other side. Open chain knee extension on the right side. So lift your right leg and point your toes towards your face. Trying to press the back against the wall. Or you can just sit on a chair which is upright. I'm using a wall here because I didn't have a seat at the rooftop where I am. So you want to feel that nice stretch on the entire left hamstring or the right hamstring. And then you want to keep breathing in and out, inhaling and exhaling. A few more seconds here, then gently release. Catch your breath here for a bit. The next posture we're going to do some 60 seconds worth of lunges. The side lunges here. So bring your hands to your heart center, lean towards one side, come back to center, hinge and lean towards the right side. Back to center, maybe find a lunge towards the left side again. And as you're lunging, you want to keep that outstretched leg straight, feeling that nice hamstring stretch, trying to sink your hips even lower towards the mat. Back to center. You can feel that stretch. You want to flex your toes towards your face. About 30 seconds to go. I love the side lunges because, they show me how far I've come, especially on my journey, especially in getting my hamstrings flexible, And then you want to keep the chest also elongated, so you're not like overexerting that pressure of the weight on the chest so much. Oof, feeling that nice stretch. And then maybe one last time. And then when you're ready, release the posture. Then find a wall, and then say that you can stretch your hands on the wall, in front of a wall, and then you're going to lift your heels up, and then you come down. So these are what we call the calf raises. It's splayed foot. So you're splaying your foot in the sense that they're trying to create like a V, and then you're lifting up. And then see whether you can even lift higher. And then you come down. Bringing my hands to the waist like a ballerina, so that you can even feel that stretch, and maybe even hold it for a bit, and then you come down. So keep doing this for a while. Just be able to feel that nice stretch on the calves here. Very good stretch, especially for the calf muscles here. So you keep lengthening, and then you coming down. You lengthen as you lift up, and then you come down very slowly. So you want to do it very slowly. We have about 30 more seconds to go here. Just be able to find that deep stretch of the calf muscles. Oof, very beautiful stretch here anyway. And then let me go back to the wall. Stretch. When you use the wall, it gives you more support so that you don't have to fear like falling out of the posture. Maybe 10 more seconds here. And then when you're ready, release. The next pose you're going to do, we are going to do the swing leg swings. So we start on the right for the single leg swings on the right side. Very good posture just to stretch on the inner thighs and the hamstrings, and also brings in that nice movement on the the hips or the pelvic joints here. So keep stretching, kick the right leg towards the side, bring it towards the left. So you swing it like a pendulum. I've told you this before. So you keep swinging it, and then make sure you're supporting that hand against the wall. Oof. Then when you're ready, release. Let's do the other side. So again, single leg swings on the left side for 30 seconds. So you try to keep the back as straight as possible. You can gaze forward towards the wall. I like looking towards the left just to be able to see how that is going. But again, you're trying to just get the upper body as straight as possible as you find these nice leg swings on the left side. Day number 45. Oof. Gently release, take a rest, catch your breath here for a bit. Now, the next posture we are going to do forward bends for 60 seconds. So hinge halfway, put your belly in, and then hinge halfway as if you're going to do halfway lift, and then bring your opposite hand, opposite elbow, and take ragdoll. And then you want to lengthen your hamstrings, and then let your upper body just melt down towards the ground, and just hold it. You can bend your knees slightly and just see that you can melt your chest on the thighs. Otherwise, you can keep the knees straight, and then so that you can release your hands down on the ground, and then keep lengthening the knees and just feel that nice deep hamstring stretch. Keep pressing those palms down. Again, if it's too much, you can always come up into your fingertips. That also works. And then you want to feel that nice lengthening of the entire hamstrings. Inhaling and exhaling. Otherwise, you can stay on ragdoll and just see what that feels like. One of the things about resilience is also like, where has the practice come from? When we started on day 1, who knew we'll get to day 45? That for me is resilience through the practice. It's not been easy. There have been days I didn't want to make it to the mat, but here we are. Take a rest. Gently start rising up very slowly. Maybe bring some shake into it. And the next thing we are going to do a standing half forward fold. So bring your hands to your waist. With an inhale, you puff up your chest. With an exhale, you come halfway. Trying to feel that nice stretch of the back. You come up with an inhale. With an exhale, you bow forward halfway, trying to bring your upper body parallel to the mat that is underneath you. So you keep doing this for about 60 seconds. This exercise is very good just to stretch the hamstrings and also the back muscles here. You'll feel this nice stretch, especially on the entire length of the spine. So you want to keep rising with an inhale, exhale, bow forward. Feeling that nice stretch. Fill up. Lift up, exhale, bow. Keep inhaling and exhaling. We have about 20 more seconds to go. Yogi bow. Feeling that nice stretch on the entire upper back. If you have back problems, these are some of the stretches you can be doing. Just be able to feel that. And it works in such a way that it also helps you get that nice hamstring stretch. Feeling that nice back stretch there going on. Bow forward. Come up. And then gently release. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Now come down onto the mat. Bring your right knee down. And then bend your left knee. We're going to do a kneeling lunge stretch. So you want to bring your knee to be above your ankle. And then keep sinking your hips down towards the ground. And then try to keep your upper body straight. The back thigh is slanting at an angle, but the upper body has to be straight as you keep lunging, because you want that upper body to distribute that weight on top of your hips and pelvis area. And then just keep lunging, feeling that nice stretch on the groin. I always like this posture because it's very good just also to just get you going, especially when it comes to those hip openers. And then you want to keep sinking intentionally. Maybe puff your chest up a little bit more. Just be able to see what that looks like. You can even bring in some gentle thrusts or movements here. Kneeling lunge stretch. And you can even challenge yourself if you want. Just be able to bring your hands down, and just feel what that feels like. It's a very good pose just to be able to find that nice groin stretch and stuff. And then gently release, straighten that knee, and let's switch sides. So you bring your right leg forward, and then make sure that you get your alignment. You can always cushion your knee with something if it's too much. Then bring your hands to your waist, and then maybe bring your hands on your knee, and then start sinking your pelvis down towards the ground. And then avoid arching your back, so you want to keep the upper body straight as possible. You can even let your hands just hang loosely like you're riding a horse. Equestrian pose. Okay. And then stay here, feeling that nice stretch. Just be able to feel, what you feel here. Very good posture just to be able to get the groin work going. So on day number 45, I want to start challenging a number of you content creators to also just join me in the practice by picking a day of your choice and see whether you can bring in that particular, posture. Or maybe sequence. You can do the entire flow and see what works for you. So gently release. And then from here, we are going to see that we can do the stretching the legs on the wall, legs up the wall pose. So come and sit next to a wall, and then bring your upper body down, and then rest your legs on that wall. This is a very nice posture. We've done this before, legs up on the wall. You can even be checking your messages here, checking your YouTube studio if you're a content creator, and just let the legs, rest on the wall. Very nice posture just to be able to ease pressure on the legs, especially if you've had a long day, you've been walking, it's a very good posture just to be able to find that deep, relaxation. And then keep flexing your toes. You want to keep your legs as straight as possible by pressing them against the wall. And then maybe rest your hands, either like a T, or you can even just opposite hand grab the opposite elbow. And then just feeling that nice stretch on the hamstring. This is very relaxing, by the way. Just staying here with the sensation, inhaling and exhaling. Relaxation sometimes is a journey. It's not something that you force. It's actually a journey that you try to just see whether you can, navigate through. And then when you're ready, gently release by hugging your knees in towards your chest. And then we see whether we can find a forward spine stretch pulse. So come into sitting. Make sure your sit bones are grounded on the floor. And then from here, you're going to walk your hands towards your feet and say that you can grab the tops of your feet. And then come up and then say that you can grab the tops of your feet. So you can keep doing this, lifting up and just feeling that stretch, making those pulses. pulling your toes towards your body, just be able to find that nice deep stretch of the hamstrings as well. And then stay here. Very good posture just to work on the hamstrings and also the back here. And then you can keep pulling the belly in now, and so that you can even reach forward and see whether you can grab the sides of the feet. And yeah, keep making the pulses, so just hold on here. And then you want to keep your chest open a little bit as you gaze forward. Very good pose, just be able to find that nice back stretch here. Opening the chest even more and just stay here. So you are bringing in some ease and effortlessness in this practice. Day number 45, resilience. And then when you're ready, see that you can gently release the posture. And then downward facing dog. So spreading your fingers a lot, tucking your toes under. And then when you're ready, lift your knees off the ground and come into an inverted V with your body. You can bend one knee at a time for now, or you can bend your knees slightly, just melt the chest more towards the thighs, and then so that you can stretch these legs, giving them that nice straight, alignment here. And then keep sinking your torso even more towards the thighs. And then you want to rotate your shoulders away from the ears. And then so that you can gaze at the space between your feet, or just gaze at the space above your navel, your belly area. And you can keep making these micro bends on your knee. Again, if it's too much, you can always bend those knees just to be able to ease the pressure here. About 30 more seconds to go. Downward facing dog is also a mini inversion. This is the one moment where your heart is above your head. We're used to our heads being above our hearts. Yeah, but this is one moment where your heart is literally above your head. So you want to feel that mild, effects when you are upside down, seeing the world from a different perspective. And then when you're ready, so that you can drop your knees down. The next posture you're going to do for 60 seconds, we are going to see that we're able to do, take a seated tree pose, bend your left knee. So it's like you're doing a standing sitting hamstring stretch. Okay, like the way you normally do triples. So you bend your knee, then press your foot against the opposite thigh, and then so that you can grab the sides of the foot and then bow forward. It's okay if your elbows can't get all the way down to the ground. You can just keep your chest up, just like we did in the stretch, the forward stretch pulses. Otherwise, you can see that you can bow forward and kiss your knee, and then drop your head fully, surrendering to the ground underneath you. Resilience also demands surrender, Otherwise, you can stay with your chest up. And even bring your fingertips on the sides of the leg. It's perfectly fine. As I said, yoga, you don't need to struggle. Sometimes practice is just keeping it simple and intentional. I love this posture because of how it helps me stretch my back and trying to keep the opposite knee down as possible. Release, take a rest. The next thing we're going to do a standing sitting hamstring stretch on the right side. So you bend your right knee now. I press my foot against the left thigh, and then I start walking my hands, curl them very slowly towards my foot, and then I flex my toes, and then I so they can stretch my back. And then just gaze towards the toes here, feeling that nice stretch on the back here. And when you're ready, you can even say that you can drop your elbows down and your head down, melt towards the ground. Just be able to find that nice deep stretch here, inhaling and exhaling. And you can even keep reaching forward a little bit more, just finding that nice back stretch. And also the hamstring is stretching here. Otherwise, you can just gaze towards your toes, which are flexed, and see what that feels like. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Resilience is also about knowing your limits and not pushing those boundaries. You don't want to get hurt. You want to just find relaxation even as you do this. Inhaling and exhaling. I like sometimes keeping my chest up. Release the posture. Take a rest. The next posture we're going to do for 60 seconds, we'll do a lizard pose or the dragon tail pose. So that you can take your left leg forward and then press your palms down. Let's see whether you can come into downward facing dog first. And then from here, I take my right leg outside my right wrist, okay? And then from here, pressing your palms down, see whether you can gaze forward, and then see whether you can drop the left knee down towards the ground. Then rest the top of the foot down. And then if it's there for you, so that you can bring your forearms down. And then you can open the right knee slightly towards the right, and then just melt your chest down towards the ground. You can even stretch your fingertips forward a little bit. These are very deep hip opener, by the way. So you want to stay here for a bit. If you want more challenge, you can always tuck your back foot and lift it off the ground. Otherwise, you can even get blocks or a cushion just to be able to support your forearms here. And then just gaze forward. Lizard pose or the dragon tail posture. Dragon tail. I love dragon. Dragons. Yeah. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Stay here with your breaths and keep sending the breaths to your hip flexors. And then when you're ready, see whether you can press your palms down first, tuck your back foot, and then lift. Shake that leg out, shake it out because it's a bit numb. Then bend one knee at a time. And then from here, let's see whether we can do the other side. So we take the left leg outside our left palm, okay? Press your palms down, make sure you have the alignment, and then when you're ready, drop your right knee down, bring the tops of that foot down, and then start bending your elbows very slowly, and then bring your chest down. Rest your forearms down on the ground, and then gaze forward, feeling that nice deep stretch now on the left hip flexor. Dragon tail pose or the lizard posture. Very deep and intentional hip opener. And then keep sending breaths to your left hip sockets. Just be able to find that sensation, ease that tension. Your breath is your most powerful tool, even in your journey of resilience. So you want to make sure that you anchor the breath on that sensation. Inhaling and exhaling. Oof. Breathing in, let me see that I can stretch my hands a little bit forward, and breathing out. And then press your hands down, and then drop your forearms down. See what works for you. And then when you're ready, press your palms down, take downward facing dog, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. The next posture you're going to do, you're going to come and lie on your back, and then you're going to do a hamstring stretch while you're on our back. Hug your left knee towards your chest and see that you can lift and grab the behind that foot. Press your right thigh down and then keep pulling that leg towards your face. Inhaling and exhaling. Try to keep the left legs as straight as possible, and then keep pushing it more towards your face. And then feeling that nice stretch on the hip flexors. Keep pushing that leg more, inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. You can even make circles with that leg. Just be able to find that deep stretch. And while I'm here, I'm going to now pick the content creator I think should try this challenge of day number 45. Keep pushing that leg even more just towards your face, just to find that deeper stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. And then when you're ready, release, take a rest. Let's do the other side. So hug your right knee towards your chest and see whether you can grab behind that foot and then find that hamstring stretch on the right side. So you hug the knee first and then you see whether you can stretch the leg and then grab behind that leg and then find that stretch. Then keep pushing that leg more towards your face, inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that nice hamstring stretch on the right side. And then you want to breathe in regularly. You want to breathe in as much as possible while you are in this posture. So make sure your breath is still there, because your breath is your most powerful tool. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. And my first challenger in day number 45 is Salito Salina. Salito Salina is a content creator who is Kenyan but based in Saudi Arabia. she's the first person I'm nominating to actually try 1 day of the splits challenge. She can pick any day of her choice, do a video, and showcase it on her channel. And then gently release and take a rest. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Now let's go to the last posture, which is the splits. So from this side, we are going to start with the left side. So come into half Hanuman or half split. You already know how to do half split. And then from here, let's say that you can start sliding the right knee towards the back to see where we are. Where have we progressed on the split challenge on the left side? There we go. The splits on the left side looks like this. Gosh, this is... whew, my thighs are screaming. So this is very good just to stretch the hamstrings, as well, and the thighs and the groin. Oh my god, the groin is screaming right about now. Feel free to always support your hands on a block. It's because I'm outside here, so I don't have my blocks with me here, but you can see where we are actually on the left side. We are going to hold this for about 60 seconds. Let me see where we are. Ooh, this is a lot. Okay, and then keep melting the hips even more. I can see the distance is not so far on day number 45. I'm optimistic about day number 90. Keep sending breaths to your hips for the last 10 seconds here, maybe. Gently release. Let's switch sides. Take a rest, take a rest, take a rest, take a rest. And then let's do the splits on the right side. Shake it out, shake it out. So you come into half Hanuman first. So half Hanuman is half split, where you take your right leg forward. That is half split. That's what half split looks like. And then now start sliding the back foot towards the back. See how the split is forming on the right side. I feel the right side is getting easier and better than the left. Look at that distance between the floor and the hip. It's just much easier on the right side. And then the weight comes towards the center. And then you see what that feels like. Oh my God. Ooh. The hips are screaming. We hold this for 60 seconds. And then you want to flex your front foot. Again, you can always slide a cushion under the right thigh and then gaze forward, feeling that nice stretch. Yeah, you can even melt a little bit more and you keep sliding. I love the right side. My right side is literally splitting right now. Can you imagine? My right side is literally on the split. Day number 45. We are here. This is the distance, guys. This is the journey. This is resilience. This is everything. This is where we are on day number 45. And I'm just happy that, I was able to stay the course. And then when you're ready, say that you can ease out of the posture very slowly. Oof. Shake it out. Massage your thighs here. Come into sitting. Namaste. Bye, guys.